In this video, I want to talk about Cloth Ripper, which is a Blender add-on that actually makes it easy to create realistic torn or shredded fabric in your 3D projects. But how does it do that? Let's jump in and see the details. You see, traditionally ripping cloth in 3D can be a headache. It often involves complex simulations or manual modeling and tends to fall apart once the cloth starts moving. This tool, on the other hand, tackles the problem using Blender's geometry nodes, and it uses a node-based system for procedural modeling to rip, tear, or shred the fabric in a controlled and automatic way. And from what I can see, it is designed to be fast and artist-friendly. I mean, it fully supports animations and preserves your fabric's textures, in addition to the UVs, giving you dynamic control over how and where the cloth breaks. So this, I think, helps you get realistic and natural-looking results. At its heart, Cloth Ripper offers a procedural tearing system, which gives you full control over the effect. So in practice, you can apply it to almost any 3D mesh, be it a flag, piece of clothing, and you can decide exactly where and how the material will rip. The tears can be realistic, with rough edges and hanging threads, or it can be more stylized and clean, depending on the look that you're aiming for. And since everything is driven by geometry nodes, you can experiment freely and see the results immediately, without having to run a heavy physics simulation each time. It also works beautifully with animated scenes. The tears will move and deform along your character or moving cloth, so you can have a dynamic ripping action without the effect falling apart or needing special fixes. Another important aspect is actually performance. Even with lots of frayed strands or multiple tears, the modifier runs efficiently in real time. The developer knows around 226 milliseconds per frame for a typical setup. Plus, it doesn't shy away from complex or closed meshes, meaning you can rip anything from a simple flag to a detailed garment, and you can do that with confidence. And it handles intricate shapes without losing detail or slowing down. And generally speaking, Cloth Ripper stands out basically because it can do the job hassle-free. You just assign two vertex groups on a mesh, one to indicate where the fabric should tear, and another to mark the edges that will fray into loose threads. With that done, you apply the Cloth Ripper modifier and let it do its magic, without needing any manual tweaking or simulation baking at all. Also, Cloth Ripper has a big plus, which is how you can customize the tearing effect. So you're not just stuck with one generic kind of tear, as there are plenty of settings to tweak the perfect look that you need. For example, you can adjust how large or intense the rip and even set the directions the fabric tears. You also have control over how much the edges fray, I mean how many little threads and fuzzy bits appear, and how random or clear the tear pattern is. This means you can achieve anything, from a subtle small tear to a dramatically shredded cloth, and the add-on will even generate loose frayed strands along the edges to make it look convincingly real. On a side note, it keeps your textures intact, because as I said, the tool maintains proper UV mapping on both the original cloth and the new strands, so your fabric's material or pattern stays consistent and doesn't stretch or distort when it rips. So guys, if you are interested in Cloth Ripper, you will find all the necessary links in the description. And there you have it guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also please subscribe to the channel to receive more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.